Well, welcome viewers, this is Dr. J.W. Ayub. Let's do our next episode, When Privacy Stopped Feeling Private, when the law abandoned biological sovereignty. The deepest psychological wound is not fear, it's abandonment. Not abandonment by strangers, abandonment by the very institution trusted to protect you. For 13 years, biological women have increasingly been asked to carry a burden the law was originally designed to carry in Australia. And that burden's no longer simply privacy. It is survival of the boundary itself. Co-governance, ideological and biological women sharing the same rights through the 2013 Gillard government, establishment of these sex discrimination amendments, not merely weaken female privacies and protections. It transferred responsibility for defending female privacy from the legal framework back into biological women. So in other words, there is no way of changing this unless the politicians change it back. And that transfer is where the deepest psychological consequences begin. The institution retained authority. The woman inherited responsibility. A protection exists for one purpose: to remove burden, to remove vigilance, to remove continual threat assessment, and to allow the nervous system to stand down. Co-governance reversed that purpose. The law no longer settled the boundary. The woman now had to settle it. She scans, she anticipates, she calculates, she remains alert. Not because she chooses vigilance, but because the environment no longer permits rest. And this is how chronic adaptation forms. The body begins expecting challenge before challenge occurs. Hypervigilance becomes normal. Self-silencing becomes protective. Institutional distrust becomes rational. Boundary sensitivity becomes permanent. And the woman slowly realizes something devastating. The institution still speaks the language of protection, but it no longer carries the function of protection. The law tells women, biological women, they're protected. Her biology tells her to remain alert. Her experience confirms her biology, and that contradiction is psychologically corrosive. Because every unresolved contradiction consumes emotional, cognitive, and psychological energy. Eventually, the woman is no longer living inside a protected category. She is defending a category that increasingly depends upon her defense to survive. And that is institutional abandonment. And that's what happened in Australia in 2013. Not because the law disappeared, but because the law transferred the burden of protection and privacy rights back onto the people that the law was actually created to protect. The greatest consequence of 13 years of governance is not legal uncertainty. It's biological abandonment. And when female privacy no longer belongs exclusively to female biology, biology becomes its last remaining defender. The law created the contradiction. The woman inherited the burden, and the nervous system of the biological women and people that just outright don't agree with this inherited the consequences.